Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Local Pundit. I'm Josh Anthony. This is your Wrexham reaction for match day 34, where Wrexham take down a very, very tough opponent today away, Mansfield Town. You got to give them credit. 2-1 came out on top with the Thunderbolt from Max Cleworth. Gives us maximum points away, and that is 3 on the trot. Away wins, which is great. And if we started to do this last year, we started to get our away form going. We can sort out our home form. Things are looking promising. We did close the gap on the top two. But lots to talk about today. We got 3 interviews coming up. We got to talk about Andy Cannon. Parkinson has to say, Max Cleworth has to say, and Dobson. As you know, we do it live. We shoot the rehearsal. Haven't heard it before. Gonna do it with all of you first. So no emergency pods needed here. We're gonna go and we'll just do our thing for the Wrexham reaction. So anyways, thank you for coming in. Please smash a like and share if you're new to the channel. Share it out on our way to 2,000. That is the goal by the end of the season. Hitting 2,000 by the end of the season is where we're at. It wasn't all fun and roses today because the Andy Cannon thing looks serious, but we're going to dive into that too. But appreciate all your support, and what a great game day build-up show with Ken and Hip Karma doing bits. Congratulations to them. That was fun. Thunder Down Under, leading into the live watch along, and then into Rextra time with the call-in show. That was great. I love to listen to it on the walk afterwards. What a great job by Patty as well, and all the call-ins. Fantastic. So we're here. We're doing our thing, and please smash a like. But okay, first I want to talk about the serious bit. We'll talk about the serious bit. Everyone's coming in right now. So this was just posted on Andy Cannon's Instagram. I don't know what that is. I don't know if he's on the coach or whatever it is, but this is posted on his Instagram from Wrexham AFC, a message from Andy Cannon. Thank you for all the messages. Appreciate all of you. So I'm assuming he's on the coach going back home or on a flight. I don't know. It looks like he's in Star Wars. Hyperspace is just flowing through. But so he posted that up there. That's the update, and I haven't listened to the interview, so we'll check that out too. He said, appreciate all your support. It does probably look like a knee injury, a bad one. We don't have any update other than what we possibly are going to listen to, what Parkinson said, other than this. So Parkinson did say it looks like a knee injury. We don't know the extent of it, but we got the 3 points for Andy Cannon. Yes. I was debating on going with two different thumbnails here, but I went with one with Max, because Max was an absolute stud today. Laces through it, and we will get through that. It looks like a knee injury for him. Phil Parkinson provides an update on Andy's first half. We did have 10 minutes of extra time, that we played an extra 10 today, an extra 10 plus stoppage. So it was a scrappy win for sure. But so that's where the start of it. That's where the start of we're at right now. But it was a 2-1 victory over Mansfield, and there were no slouch. I'll tell you. So I'm gonna have my say real quick, and you get into the chat. Want to get your thoughts on what you thought about the game after a couple hours later on. But here are my overall thoughts. Sitting on it, having a walk. Listen, it's not pretty. It's not perfect. Okay, we know that we have some issues in places. He brought in Rev. He brought in Longman. And I thought Rev is growing in stature. I thought he's doing very well. I would say Brunty was probably a little bit of a miss in the back there, but Stash did hold his own. But I'll say this: 3 points is 3 points. Sexy football. Go watch La Liga. But it's quality football. We go out. We tried to do some triangles today. We are up against a team that doesn't have good form, but they're a competitive side, and Nigel Clough's not going to let his side go out there at home and get worked over. So it was not. I think I'll say this: there will be not one game the rest of the season that will be an easy win. Do not call it out. Don't think of it. It will be a grind. It will be the callous wins over and over and over again. And I don't care how we win. And I don't care what anyone says about it needs to be this, it needs to be that. 3 points is 3 points, and I want to get out of this league, and I want to move up, and we could talk about sexy football later on. But right now, it's about winning football matches and keeping pace with Birmingham City, who are most likely going to win this league. Yes, they dropped points yesterday, but Wycombe dropped points. There. We are in the catbird seat. We are trailing. We are, I don't know if you're any of those runners out there, the kick at the end. We're going to get that kick, pass the baton, and let's go. So we are down on them. And you know what? They're going to slip up. We play them. They play Birmingham City. But right now, it's about getting points and doing it in a fashion where I don't care how it happens. I don't care. If you want to go watch sexy football, go watch Barcelona win 6-0 in the crap La Liga or whatever it is. I don't care. Right now, we're in a battle. We're in a battle to go up, and we can do something amazing. I said it a couple weeks ago. Allow us to be great. Parkinson, allow your team to be great. And it's not great all the time, but allow us to be great, to go up, and we're going to do this. We're going to battle through this, and no game, not one match will be easy from here on out. That's it. None of them. Doesn't matter where they are. But yeah, that's my quick take on it, my highlights of it. And I want to go through, I want to get through, I also want you to put in your man of the match, and I want to get your ratings. I want to get your player ratings into too. I want to get that going to start to chat about that, what the player ratings, how they are, what you guys think about that. And I work away in the stats afterwards too with our new stat guy, Sasha, to make sure that happens so we can get live stats in there so we can do a player ratings system. I want to do that too. Just a little bit of the chat I want to get through Mary says, have faith. 8675309. Yeah, if you know, you know, Nikki D. Mary says, hey, y'all, have the faith. It's a great win. It's a great win. It's a great win. Behind bars is here. Dan Moore's here. Hip Karma was crushing it this morning. Awesome. And Revan, man of the match. I went and he gave a great game, says Graham H. Howe. I like that too. I think he did a good match. I think he grew into the game. The man of the match for me was either Rathbone or it was Max. So I think Max did get man of the match. I'm not sure, but I thought Mobby's got 8.7. So there is Hip Karma, the absolute awesome job today. And Polymyth Counseling. It looked wet and windy in Mansfield today, so the ball was slipping. The match made the match a bit more scrappy. What's a scrappy game? Was a scrappy game. And we had the OG, and someone on X was like, remember, you only won because there was an own goal. That's not why we won the game. It was an own goal. I don't know what the defender was doing. Ronald McDonald put that in both nets, and they took him off at halftime. So he, thank you for the own goal, but I don't know. That was, I played football, basketball. You mess up at times. You know, own goals do happen, and the crosses were coming in really good today. My overall take was that, you know, we started to do some things that I really liked. I think Longman has some qualities there. Rev has really good qualities. Up front, graveyard shift for most of the time for the boys up front. And unfortunately, J-Rod couldn't. If you put that anywhere else, like I said, the way he shot that ball, I was like, oh, that's definitely Dabo. But it wasn't Dabo. It was J-Rod. And I'm not going to get on J-Rod. He just came in. He's got quality. Watch it. He's got quality there. But he could have put it away. But they also could have put it away too. We rode our luck at times a little bit. There's been some back and forth on their goal, the cross that comes in. Apparently, keepers can't come from crosses if they're low or high. I disagree with that. I'm not saying it was all AO's fault. It was just, you know, one of those things. They had a great goal on their end. And you know, I want to see a little bit more strength of AO. They had a good chat in Wrexham time about AO. AO is our future. We need to get his confidence back up, whatever that is. I thought Mark Howard has come in and done very well. But you know, it's not all to blame there too. I just want him to control his box a little better, and I want a little bit more communication at the back there too. He said Andy heard it pop in per the Discord. Okay, talking about Andy Cannon's knee. That sounds about right. And okay, let's see here. There's a lot coming in. Jason Smith. I would have actually picked Rev for man of the match. Thought he had a great game. Wow, there you go, Rev. Rev was an easy 8. I agree with you. Yeah, get those in. While you get those in, Elliot Dawson says, man of the match is Max, not just the goal, but he had 2 other shots on goal and also slipped his defender through twice to make up the play. He's growing so much. Also, too, I'll tell you this. The reason why I went with with maximum points, you can figure that out, was because I thought in the second half, Max took it upon himself to grab the game by the scruff of the neck. I'm going to push forward, I'm going to pass, and I'm going to go in, and I'm going to lace the ball through and score a goal. Listen, he has shot those in the past, and they've gone back out wide outside of the Stoke Terrace. But today was his day to score that goal, and his growth is incredible, and we're very, very lucky to have him. And he ain't going anywhere, so get your hands off him. All right, let's get into this interview from Phil Parkinson and have his say. Let's see what he has to say after the match.
A hard-fought 3 points against Mansfield Town. How are you feeling right now?
Very pleased. I thought we were excellent today from minute 1.
Wow.
Right to the end. Obviously, they got a goal back, and it's going to give them a bit of a lift, which it did. But I thought the quality of our play in very difficult conditions was excellent. You know, we spoke to the lads this week about Tuesday in the second half. For whatever reason, our decision making in possession wasn't where it needed to be. We went back too many times, or we forced it too many times. Today, we're a lovely balance about our play. We kept it, we were patient, but we also looked threatening, and we had some great opportunities to score more goals than we did. But that's a really strong performance from us today, and I'm delighted with the win.
Normally, everyone talks about these interviews, and I've been critical of like not asking real questions. I've seen that Parkinson's been a little more open with certain things, from my opinion. And yes, you want to dive deep and figure out what's going on there too. But I don't know if you saw Parkinson during the match. He was going into the crowd and geeing us up and like, let's go. After the game, he had the eye of the tiger, and he was walking around like he wanted that one. He knew this was one that's really going to be a shapeshifter for the rest of this season. And, if he's having the honest conversations behind doors, I know he's not going to reveal everything. I appreciate that he gives a little bit more now, too. He's not going to give everything, and I don't want it. I think that's just a selfish part in me. But you could see there is a transition happening in his head, in his form, and how he's going about managing this side. I said he's one of the best managers out there. Argue it if you want. I think there's a bit of a change happening right now. Right now, it's about turning up. We go to 11. I think that's it right now. Look at him. Everyone goes to 10, 10, 10. We go to 11 right there. If you know, you know. Steve Barton, Supermax, without a doubt, man of the match. I think that's what it is. Thank you, Steve Barton, for that $10 super chat, my friend. Good to see you. By the way, Steve was like, "Where's Wrexham Reaction? It's not up yet." Sorry, I went out for a little bit, had to take a walk, had to run some errands. Producer Ann had to take care of things, so I had to go and do some stuff like that. So awesome. And thank you for that super chat. Let's keep going through this Phil Parkinson interview.
Had the Sunday game, knowing the results that had come on the Saturday, did it take even more importance knowing full well he knew what a win today could mean for you?
It's always a bonus when the results go your way, but it's about taking care of our own business and doors being slightly open for us and making sure we step through that and concentrating on what we needed to do.
I think I said that the door was open. We need to step through the door. I think I said that. Parkinson and I don't talk a lot, but I think he's stealing my lines.
I was just pleased we got back to how we can play today. We played like a team who's at the top end of this division and deserves to be there. We've won 3 out of the last 4 games now, 9 points from the last 4, which is a really, really good return. Obviously, 3 of those have been away from home. So I'm really pleased with the lads. But when you lose like we did on Tuesday, ultimately we are on not a bad run if you factor in the cup games as well. But it don't feel like that when you've lost and we haven't performed to the best of our ability. Today we did. And there's credit to the group, credit to the staff, credit to everybody at the club, because the great thing we've got at Wrexham, when we do get a knock, we get tight together as a group and we come through at the other side like we've done today.
I think that's a real quality right there, what we've been talking about. Wrexham, it's been over the years where, we've been very successful the last couple of years. No doubt about it. Okay, fair enough. No doubt about it. We have all eyes on us too. People want us to fail and lose. They do. They just do. And we might not have that quality of where we go out and we just blow teams away. I mean, even Birmingham City don't blow teams away. They don't. They're a good side, but they don't. But we have a way, a fashion of putting things together in this way. This is like you can tell it's a hardworking team. It's a tight group. And it's not going to be easy. If it was easy, everyone would do it. If it was easy, but he said that we're at the top end. Yeah, we maintain being second, third. I think we've only dropped down to 4th at one point when it really mattered, when things started taking shape. So the group needs to come tighter. And after Andy went down and you're watching your teammate, your friend, in agony, you don't know what's going on, sitting there for 10 minutes and then having to reload and go back out and play well. I thought we showed huge character. And I think that comes from that gentleman right there and what the club is all about and what the town is all about. I'm going to say it right there. I firmly believe that it's that it all has to do with that and the quality of what we have in the dressing room. At times we question, like, are they really that tight? But when you pull a game out like this, and Mansfield are not, listen, they're not going to come and lay down from us. They're not going to let us come and just walk them over. It's not going to do that. So it's good to hear Parkinson talk about that a little bit.
That's almost epitomised by the performance of Max Cleworth today, someone who maybe wouldn't be getting into those attacking areas, but that scored the winning goal through desire and heart.
Yeah, it's brilliant. finished by Max, struck it low, which was important in these conditions.
Yeah.
But all round today, we had a lot of 8s out of 10. I really, it's very hard to fault anybody's performance, and that's the subs as well. I thought they came on and just gives a little bit of a lift when we needed it. And all around the team, delighted for Seb to play so well. I thought he was really, really good today.
It's a great shout.
He grew into the game, got better and better. And we're going to be making changes always. If Wednesday was a league game, we'd be making a lot of changes. It's a cup game. It doesn't make any difference. We've got to keep freshening the team up now, and make sure that we're strong and give ourselves the best chance to progress on Wednesday night.
He's saying that publicly, by the way. He's saying that publicly about making changes. He said that publicly before the match. He said that publicly now. And I've been very critical about the rotation and not. He might be forced into certain things, but he's saying that publicly now. So let's take him at his word. And he did it today. Today was a risk, by the way. Today was a risk. He dropped Barney. Sorry, whether he needed a rest or not, he dropped Barney for Longman to give him a shot. He did. Rev came in because there was an injury. Looks like an injury to Max, but he dropped Barney today. And Barney, when he came on, he showed good quality himself. Longman's still working his way in. I think we said it in Wrexham time. Longman's a winger. He always played up top. He can play a cam. He played on left wing back, right wing back. But he's working his way into the team and finding his own way. And so are the strikers too. Sam Smith has got 1 goal. J-Rod should have had a goal today. Puts himself in good positions. But it's on him right now to get the balance of this, get the balance of this team right, and to use it. We have players down. Big L. Still coming back from unfortunate car accident. Hopefully he's okay. And now Andy Cannon is down. So we got to balance it out. Wednesday, make no goddamn mistake about it, is a big game. It is. And Posh will be up for it. They absolutely will be up for this match. So Wednesday is a big game. And yes, we will have Ashley on, and Patty's going to come on too as well, obviously. It's either going to be tomorrow or Tuesday. We'll figure that out. Most likely Tuesday, I would think. But there's big games ahead, and we are in the time where everything matters, no matter what. And Parkinson needs to use his squad the way he intended to. And also, last thing there, big shout out to Rev right there, growing into the game. You could see him growing in confidence. You can see it, and we're going to need him. I thought he had some really great offensive touches today, some good triangles. He got up and down there. I saw him over the summer. I thought he did very well over the summer. And you're seeing him coming out, and we're going to need him coming out of his, I don't want to say his shell, but getting more comfortable being on the pitch with this team. Himself and who else was over there? I think it was Stash had a couple good combinations there. And before Andy went off injured, I thought that he was coming in well. His defensive work rate was great. He was having a battle there. Number 9, I think, was probably their best player on the pitch. I think it's Bowery. Bowery was probably the best player on the pitch. And that guy came at him every single chance he got. And I think Revens took up to the task. And so well done on him. And I'm really happy for him. Yes, it was a nice shout out to Rev. He did grow into the game. I think we said it during the match as well. And Esteban says, agreed, enormous character. And Shea Daddy says 82% pass completion today, which is better. But the quality of competition was obviously lower. Let's see if the better passing continues against better teams. Well, I'll take you on that. It's okay. All right, that's fair enough. You can have that's fine, Shay. I get it. It isn't always pretty. I understand that. And Gordon Gorilla says, Hip Karma, great pregame show. Yes, she did great. And as expected. Mary says, yes, totally agree. Our passing was quality today, but we were confident with their press. Yes. And only small medicinal amount of chocolate. There you go. Awesome. All right, Max interview incoming. Let's see how he did. Obviously, we know he did on the pitch, but let's see what the young superstar has to say.
Winning goal here at Mansfield.
Looks like he's freezing his ass off.
A massive 3 points. How do you reflect back on that performance?
I think it was a really good performance, to be fair. I think we were much the better team over the course of 90 minutes. And we had to focus, especially towards the end when they sort of threw everything at it. But I think it was a dominant performance, bar the goal that they scored. I don't think really there was too many plates you can have coming in and getting 3 points.
And in terms of a reaction to the last game, how important was it that you all stuck together and put in a real Wrexham-like performance today?
Yeah, I think, historically.
What I want to know what he actually thinks the Wrexham-like performance is. Tough? going at it. I don't know.
We've always reacted well under the gaffer, and he makes a big point of that. But it's a sort of a testament to the character of the group. I don't think no one sulked or moaned or anything. Is sort of get back in and get on with it, because it won't probably be the last time we have a defeat. So it's about the reaction, and I think we did that really well today.
And it was a good reaction. It really was. We shouldn't be losing games at home. I mean, it's football. You're going to lose matches, and the return is good. 3 out of the last 4. I mean, that's a brilliant return. And we think as fans, we're going to win every damn match. We're not. We're not. And we're very, very hard on the team. But only because we love the club. We love what we want to do. And we want to go up. So we're passionate about it too. It's not perfect. Trust me. I mean, listen, John was talking about his side. They look tired at Birmingham City that day. So it's going to happen. And we will not win every game. We will not. I think also Hip Karma said we will not win every game. Unfortunately, I wish we could, but we're not going to.
Up to 8 goals, scoring the winner in
8
front
goals.
of the fantastic away followings today. What's the feeling like? What's going through your mind when you're hitting that ball?
Yeah, I think it was just try and get a good connection on it. That's sort of the ones as a kid you try and practice, but it's obviously nice for it to come off. But I was just more focused on trying to get the 3 points. And as you said, it's nice just to help the team in any way, whether that be defending or trying to contribute with goals.
And he did go right through that one. He's tried that before, but I will say in the second half, he was told to push forward a little bit, and he did. And I thought he did very well. And you could see him just growing in stature on the pitch. And after the game, when they saw him, he was there with hugs and it happened. It was great. Everyone was going up to him. It was good. And you could hear the crowd, but the crowd was immense today. The traveling crowd was immense. So congratulations to all of you that did travel. And it helps the atmosphere like crazy. But he's one of those things. You could see him. He's one of those things you try as a kid, but you want to focus on the 3 points. Hell no. He was going out there. I'm going to lace this one, and I'm hoping it goes where it did. And it was not good skill on him. 8 goals as a defender, 22 years old, whatever, 23 years old, whatever. That's insane. It's insane. Well, long may it continue.
Important is that momentum, because now up to 3 away wins in a row, that's clearly very impressive and something that you can build the season upon when we come into this business end of the season.
Yeah, look, it's it's hard going away from home at any team in this division, because it's so strong and everyone's so competitive. So to sort of add that, turn that fall around a bit, and obviously it was 4 with the cup win as well. So yeah, it's as you said, it is impressive, but we can't rest on our laurels. We've got to keep pushing and see where it takes us.
And keep pushing. We got a big game on Wednesday night too, and I would assume he's going to go full strength squad. I don't know what that squad's going to look like, but Parkinson will go. I'm sure would you rest Max on Wednesday night? That's something we need to kick around. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
And just finally for you, obviously, as someone who's been such a big part of this journey, how much pride do you take in the fact that you've got such a good group around you, and that no matter who's scoring the winner, you're all in it together and you're all fighting for each other?
Yeah, obviously, to come through and play all the way through, makes it obviously special, but is the people that you're doing it with, and obviously the people you're doing it for, that makes it the most special. So yeah, we've got a great group of fans that come anywhere to support us. So yeah, it's nice to send them out today in what was miserable conditions. It was nice to send them home with 3 points.
What a great shout. What a future he has, and lovely to see him be successful and grow as stature. You can see him. Listen, he's one of our what's going on here. He's one of our own. I think we say that a lot, but it's impressive to see what he's doing. I think the only time I get a little critical on Max, and this is something for him to learn, he gets a little happy feet and was booting the ball today. He was forced to keep the ball on the ground because of the conditions were so poor. It was rainy, it was windy, and the wind was holding the ball up in the first half a lot more than the second half. We were going downwind in the second half. In the first half, we were going against it. So they were definitely told to keep the ball on the ground and start those triangle passes, used it. But we're not using that midfield enough. You could see that also Max, too, in that first half. O'Connell was not giving him the ball. Max was calling the ball to feet, and O'Connell was not doing that. He was holding the ball and going through on the other side. Yes, we did recycle the ball a lot. I know Dobson is the next interview, next F2. Dobson did push that ball backwards more than forward today. I don't know if he was told to do that, but it was very interesting to see that. But he did. His breakup play was pretty good today. But all in all, I said Max going, Max trying to keep the ball on the deck was very good, and good on him. 8 out of 10 for me. I don't know if he's the man of the match, but he definitely was up there. Okay, just a quick one here. Ruth H says they announced the ladies match against Swansea will be the same time as our Posh game. That's unbelievable. Shay Daddy, all good, my friend. I see. I'll get to that in a second. And Patty says ladies rescheduled. I don't know why they're doing that. I mean, that's the only time they can get it in. I don't know. That makes no sense to me. I love that they gave Max an extra long interview. Yeah, he did very well as expected. And Elliot Dawson said, I hear so many talk about how much Max is worth, but why still one of our best players? He's one of a few I can actually see making the Prem team. Yeah, he's not going anywhere. I mean, I think the value is just like how good, I would say, Elliot Dawson. I think it's just how good we value him and what others will come after him for. They talk about that all the time, but I think that's because we are a lower league team, a League One team, hopefully progressing into the championship. And, a lot of the good players get poached and moved up. So that's probably why. I don't care how much he's worth. He's priceless to us at this point. He's scoring goals. He's contributing in other ways. And he, guys like Scar, O'Connell, and the team and the management team, I really doing a good job bringing him along. And I think, a guy like Ashfield is probably getting the same bits too. So just keep an eye on that. All right, last interview here from Dobson. We'll get everyone out back to the Sunday because we got a game on Wednesday. And here we go. Get this one out here too.
What does that win say about you as a side?
Yeah, obviously the other day was disappointing. We'd had a couple of great away wins and we obviously really wanted to back it up at home.
Yep.
So we was disappointed as a group and we knew we needed a reaction. We said before the game, obviously, with the results going our way yesterday, it was a great opportunity for us to really put some pressure on and obviously getting towards the business end of the season. So to bounce back, I'd say more the performance as well. Felt like I was in control for long periods, had some great chances and limited them to very little. So good day's work, really. And everyone's buzzing in there and looking forward to Wednesday night. And a great opportunity to hopefully get to Wembley.
How important?
I would say that their midfield, George Dobson, the midfield of Matty James, they say that doesn't work. Dobson is a very specific player where he's power. He's power. He's a breakup play kind of guy. He puts himself about, yellow card, heavy tackle, lettuce and all, Peaky Blinders and all. It's an honest opinion there. I do think we did slack off a little bit. And I said it was coming at one point. It's coming. But our midfield isn't utilized enough to put the ball forward to our strikers. But I think that's something we definitely need to work on. I think if an Evans is going to come back in, I think that'll change it. And it was a great shout on the Wrexham time talking about, I think it was Elliot Lee, Patty and John talking about, Elliot Lee goes out there and he get kind of like an unnoticed player, but then he's gone for a couple of matches and you could see why he's gone. And Dobson, I think, has started out tearing it up for us and then kind of faded off a little bit and now has come back. So a very, very important player to our style and, something that we need to watch, and somebody's going to be very, very important. And on that note, Mary has one with the sudden injury spotlight on our midfield. Does this force Sparky to pick up more creative midfield players next season? I mean, Mary, I think next season is going to be a total let's just worry about next season. I think there'll be a lot of turnover in the summer. There's going to be players we may love that might not be here, but I think that's a great super chat, and I appreciate that so very, very much. $4.99 super chat. Thank you so much. But I would suggest getting a creative midfielder next year. That Asgard guy looked pretty good. I know he's playing for Luton right now. Obviously, we're not going to get him. But I think that we have to evaluate if we go up and where we are, and that's going to be something for next year, for the summer. So, but good shout right there. And we have so many great young players in the future of greatness. So Gordon Gorilla. But thank you very much for that super chat. Let's finish off this interview here. Let me pull this down. Sorry, Mary. Thank you again, Mary. And let's see what he has to say.
You've experienced League One many, many years. How important is it to capitalize on results
What's up, Neil?
like you have done today when it comes to business end of the season?
Yeah, of course. It's funny at this sort of time because you've got teams fighting for their lives. You've got teams fishing for the players, teams pushing for promotion. The results always turn a little bit sporadic. So yeah, we obviously see them yesterday, and it was a great opportunity for us as a group to really put some pressure on, and yeah, the performance backed that up, and to win the game. Obviously, Maxi, a wonderful finish in front of the fans, and it was yeah, real good feeling for the whole group, and one we can take forward together.
The manager
Talk about the pressure too. I mean, we're not the only teams out there with pressure. You know, I mean, Wycombe have pressure. They do. Everyone else has pressure. Birmingham City have pressure to be successful. It's true. I would rather be chasing down right now, unless we were like clear. I think we are in a good shout to keep chasing down Wycombe. I do. I really do. I feel horrible that we had this injury bug all the way through. We've had an injury bug up and down the pitch. We have all over the place. Keepers, midfielders go down. I mean, we don't know the extent of Andy, but it doesn't look good. Car accidents. Mullen coming back from, unfortunate car accidents. It's out of anyone's control, Mullen having surgery again, not having a full being fit up at the start of the season, things like that. JM breaking his leg. AO's, jaw, whatever. That was last year, but, AO breaking his wrist. And we are still in the hunt. We are still in this hunt, and it's a character. It's definitely a character quality that I think is instilled in this team. And I like listening to Dobson. He seems like an honest dude. I had a conversation with him last summer briefly. He seems like a really nice dude.
Touched upon the importance of how when things maybe aren't going your way, you all group together. It's that togetherness that gets you through. As a player, how does that feel? That sort of feeling in that dressing room that you've all got one another's backs and you're going to go out there and give it your all.
Yeah, it's the Gaffers obviously recruited a group of real good people, and when things go against us, we seem to react really well as a group. So yeah, to win 3 games in a row away from home in this league is very tough. We have played and hit a lot of time, so I know how tough that is, and yeah, it's obviously getting to the business end, like I said, and we know there's so many massive games to come, and we've just got to keep going, and hopefully we can keep putting the pressure on.
To that point, we were going into February, and February changed because some of our games were pushed and moved. We were away. Our away form wasn't great. That was the talking points that we hit up on the local pundit for a while, and we passed this test fairly well. We did. We passed the test fairly well. It's not always pretty, and as I said at the top of the show, I don't give a crap. I don't care if it doesn't need to be pretty. We need 3 points. You need to go up. Go watch someone else play pretty football and lose. But there are times when it's exciting, and I enjoy watching this team because of several different things. I enjoy the character. I enjoy the fact that there's so much opportunity in front of us, and I think we're just at the start of the story. And it's tough to not fall in love with the team and the players and the management and everything like that. It's just something special, and when you support it, you wear your heart on your sleeve, and it seems like a lot of these guys do too, and that's what makes this team different. And everyone else, for that matter, they go support their teams too. But this is how we feel about our club. So little sidetrack there, but it's good to see this, and that's why I like doing these interviews. By the way, I really like listening to them, get the thought process. Some of it, yes, is regurgitated stuff that they, but it's good to hear, because sometimes you get just a little bit there, and a guy like Dobson seems like he's very honest.
Looking ahead to Wednesday, Virtue Trophy semi-final, place at Wembley, up for grabs. You as players, you must be so motivated and fueled to put in a performance to hopefully get you there as well.
Yeah, definitely. I haven't had the chance to play at Wembley yet, so and I'm sure there's many others in the group. So yeah, we're all super motivated, and we know what a wonderful tie it could be in the final if we get there. So whole group's going to recover now and get ready for that huge game, and hopefully we can progress to the final.
Oh yeah, they want it. Everyone wants it. Everyone wants that final, and it would be fun. Listen, we got to go win that. We go and win the game on Wednesday. This one's done and dusted. So tomorrow, move on. That's why I like getting through all of this stuff today. Get through the reactions, all those things, and then we move on, because now games come so fast. It's not a Tuesday match; it's a Wednesday match. And just a quick note on that: we will be live on Wednesday. Game day build up hour before, as the starting 11 drops, right into the live watch along, and then right into Wrexham time, and then Wrexham reaction on a Wednesday. Full 4 or 5 hours of of work for the JBD Cup on Wednesday. So not a lot of channels are doing that, which is fun to do. We love it. So just get ready for that. If anything breaks, if anything breaks over time, we're going to hit that up too. But today was an outstanding 3 points, and I'm very, very excited about our future and what we're doing. Vincente says, let's go to Wembley. Vincente, I will be down in Palm Desert next weekend, and it looks like it's a beautiful weather down there. And Steve Barton, for fuck's sake, just changed his name to Maximus Cleworth. Yes, Steve Barton with the heavy $10 super chat. Thank you, my friend, and thank you for your support. And he was like, Josh, where's Wrexham Action? What's going on? Where is it? So I was like, give me a minute. I had to get back home. So Steve, I hope this settled your Sunday for you, and good to have you in. And thank you very much for that super chat. Not lost on us. It goes right back into this great channel with this great community. And thank you very much. Esteban says, Pretty Football is what the Global Pundit is for. Yes, if you haven't subscribed to the Global Pundit, go subscribe to the Global Pundit. That's for Pretty Football. Right here, we do Wrexham football. So yes, go subscribe to our sister channel, the Global Pundit. Live watch-alongs, news shows, all that stuff. Growing that channel out. Just as we did with this fantastic community here. Okay, that's my side note there. Mary says, Dobson to play next game and Maddie to rest. They played a lot of minutes so far. Yeah, Parkinson's going to go for it. He's definitely going to go full side, guaranteed. So we'll kick those tires over the next couple of days. Absolutely, but he's definitely going to go for it. Sean, what's going on? Sean Bartlett Evans says, Revan was very good today and was interested to see he didn't rush a pass when was necessary. He did very well today. Ravon did very well. You're watching the growth of that player as well. Hands down. He's a player. And I like him. I like what he's doing. He's a wing back, but I think he's more of a winger than a defensive player. Same one I think with Longman, but adapt to the style. And here we go. Esteban says, Greed. Polymouth Counseling says, yep. Go and watch silky Italian techno matches if you want that rubbish. Says Luke. There you go, Luke. Well, I watch Como Football's my team, and we beat Napoli today. So there you go. Like and subscribe, y'all. Yes. Just gonna go through a quick one here with the table. I know Patty touched base on it earlier, but for the full reaction right here. After 32 games of us, we sit 61 points, 3 points behind Wycombe Wanderers, right? Okay. Goal diff 20 to 27. Birmingham City are at 70 with 2 games in hand. That could be 76 points, so they could be 11 points clear. Wycombe Wanderers sit second, 64 points, 6 points behind them. But we are going after Wycombe Wanderers right there. Wrexham in a great spot. Stockport County doing very well themselves. Got to give them a lot of credit too. And they're at 57 points. Huddersfield Town, 55 points. Leyton Orient lost today. So that's a big shout. They lost. Charlton Athletic won. Bolton Wanderers won. Then Reading drew today. So all those things starting to shape shift. But let's target that Wycombe Wanderers. I've always said second, I think, is where we will be. But we still have a lot of work to do, and nothing is going to come off easy for us. The FOTMOB ratings were as such. We could do this tomorrow too. AO got a 6.7. I'm gonna leave the AO stuff aside and just celebrate the victory today. So there's a lot of bad conditions out there, windy and everything. So we'll leave it on that. Rev 7.5, great. I agree with that. O'Connor did very well. They gave him a 7.2. O'Connell did have some defensive duty. I think his passing could have been a little better, passing the ball off to Max and maybe a little bit quicker. But all in all, as a defender, he did very well. Cleworth 8.7, awesome play today. As we know, we talked about it at length. Longman didn't have his best outing, but there's flashes in there where, don't write that man off. So he's still learning his trade and learning how to play at Wrexham under this team. He's a good player. Don't write him off at all. Cannon did put himself about a bit, went off at 45 with a horrific, it looks like a knee injury. From what we know, looks to be bad, but we don't have anything yet. We'll keep an eye on that. 6'5" sounds about right. I don't care about his score. I just want him to get healthy. So let's wrap him around. And Dobson 8-7 had a great game for him as well. He tied himself up with Maxey. I thought he had a fantastic game. Rathbone, the hummingbird, the hunting badger, did well, put himself about. I really like his passage of play with Ravon. Great triangles he put together, trying to feed the ball on the ground to Rodriguez. Also, Rathbone had some good defensive work as well. I thought he was tracking back, and at times he was recovering and doing great work in the back there too. Rodriguez still getting his feet under him. There's a good player in there with some headiness. So he's 6'7" about that. And Smitty put himself about 6.9. I think his pass back to J-Rod should have been an assist, but nonetheless, it is what it is. So it was very good. The substitutes, Matty James did come on and do fairly well, controlling the midfield, trying to get the ball off the back line. Barney, 6.2. Okay. Yeah, maybe the drop, he's only getting double and triple team, so that's something that happened there. Fletcher tried to get into the play, couldn't really make it work. He had Flint on him. Him and Flint were battling. Flint's 6 foot, 100, he's huge. So him and Fletcher were battling up a bit. And Jack Merritt came on and tried to put himself about a bit too. So Jack's still getting back to full fitness. We'll see. And Mullen did not come on, but we probably will see him on Wednesday. Okay. I appreciate y'all coming in. Please smash a like on the way out, subscribe, and share out too. Let's keep going. Let's go. 2,000. Let's do this. And then 50,001. And Steve Barton says, like Big Cat, we check and pounce on Wycombe. Let's go. Love it. Great to see everybody here. A good day, a good 3 points. Let's just keep an eye on the Andy Cannon thing, and we will report on it as such. So thoughts and prayers go out to him, and hopefully he recovers better than that. All right. Thank you all. Great day, great shows. Thanks for all your support. And on that bombshell, we will see you all